The Young and the Restless spoilers. Matt risks his freedom as Sienna, Bacall becomes the target. The Young and the Restless spoilers document that Matt Clark, Roger Howarth, shouldn't be in Genoa City, Wisconsin. While Victor Newman's Eric Braden. Reach is long. The fleeced owner of the Shadow Room would be wise to lie low indefinitely. But desperation has forced Matt to respond. Howarth's dynamic character has quickly become a central focus of the show after not having been seen and rarely referenced for nearly a quarter-century. His desire to punish Noah Newman, Lucas Adam, by attempting to kill Sienna Bacall, Tamara Braun, is criminal and incredibly reckless. But Matt follows in the footsteps of villains like the infamous and still alive, though no one knows it, Ian Ward, Ray Wise, or the deceased Cameron Kirsten, Lyndon Ashby, and Jordan Howard, Colleen Zank. Some villains never die in Genoa City. Matt was assumed dead, like Ian, Cameron, and Jordan. As referenced, viewers know that Ian is alive, as his meeting with Mariah Copeland, Cameron Grimes, may come to reveal when she is fully recovered from her depression. Cameron was killed by Sharon Newman, Sharon Case, earlier this decade. He is dead, yet Ashby continued to play this character for many months because he appeared as an apparition. Jordan is believed to have died. There's no evidence that the woman who stole Eve Howard, Haley Aaron, at birth and renamed her Claire Grace, now known as Claire Newman, isn't in the netherworld. Matt seems destined to join Cameron and Jordan, or at least be imprisoned. Matt Clark's plans are deadly. Bringing muscle to Genoa City, Wisconsin, means that instead of it being everyone against one, it's all the threatened parties versus two. Matt's +1 at the death invite party is Crooked Annie Stewart, Catherine Kresge. Viewers assume that Detective Burrow, Matt Cohen, informed his superiors at the Los Angeles County Police Department, which could be Deputy Chief Bradley Baker, Dan Martin, who is sporadically seen on Sister Show the Bold and the Beautiful, that Annie was working for Matt. So, she's dropped her disguise and is all in for a life of crime. How Kresge's character became compromised or willingly threw in with Matt remains to be told. Regardless, she didn't kill Sienna as Matt hoped in LA. So he's ordered her to do so in GC. Sienna Bacall deception works. Some form of drama drops at the Genoa City Athletic Club. But it won't drop on Sienna because of the strategy Victor and Nick Newman, Joshua Morrow, employed. They set a trap, registering Sienna's name at the club while keeping her safe at the Newman family compound. She made the right choice by not leaving that setting, especially because Matt and his sidekick just arrived seeking vengeance. Today's shocking news. The clock is ticking for Sienna as Matt Clark's vengeance erupts in Genoa City. Matt risks it all. Sienna Bacall becomes the target. The serene, corporate landscape of Genoa City has been shattered, replaced by the chilling shadow of a psychopath's revenge. Matt Clark, Roger Howarth, the ghost from Sharon Newman's Sharon Case, past, and the very real terror of Sienna Bacall's Tamara Braun present, is back. He's not hiding. He's in town, and his twisted plan to make the Newmans pay, starting with his cheating wife, is already in motion. This is more than just a revenge plot. It's a terrifying showdown where love, loyalty, and a man's very freedom hang in the balance. Matt is playing a lethal game of chess, and the piece he is willing to sacrifice everything for is the life of the woman he once called his wife, Sienna Bacall. Aye, the bait and the trap, Sienna in Genoa City. The decision by Noah Newman, Lucas Adams, to bring Sienna to Genoa City, ostensibly for her protection, was a gamble. It was a romantic, protective gesture from a man who had fallen head over heels for the club owner, who tragically discovered her husband was a monster. But, as his parents, Sharon and Nick, Joshua Morrow, correctly surmised, bringing her to the Newman stronghold was less an act of defense and more an act of bait. The Newman divide. Sharon Newman is a woman haunted. Her traumatic history with Matt makes her the most attuned to the danger. She cornered Sienna, a powerful and raw scene where she questioned the younger woman's intentions. "Do you truly love my son, or are you just seeking protection?" Sienna, for her part, met the challenge head-on, acknowledging the danger but refusing to be run out of town by fear or a mother's disapproval. This defiance, combined with her genuine-sounding confession of love for Noah, was enough to make Noah dig his heels in deeper. He convinced Sienna to stay, declaring his love, a heartfelt moment that sealed their fate. Nick's calculated risk. Nick Newman, a seasoned veteran of Newman crises, saw the silver lining in the dark cloud. He believes that if Matt wants Sienna dead for her betrayal, and a man like Matt always wants his revenge, then keeping her close is the surest way to lure the criminal out of the shadows. The plan: use the powerful Newman security bubble as a lure. This high-stakes strategy, however, is a direct risk to Sienna, turning her from a refugee into a human shield. 2. The assassin arrives, Matt's deadly command. Matt Clark, driven by financial ruin orchestrated by Victor Newman, Eric Braden, and the white-hot rage over Sienna's affair with Noah, has arrived in Genoa City with a single-minded focus. He knows the Newmans expect him to come for the big players, Victor, Nick, or even Sharon. But Matt is a psychopath who revels in the personal, slow-burn destruction of his enemies. He knows the most painful way to strike at Noah is to destroy the woman he loves, just as Nick once stole Sharon from him. The dirty cop, Annie Stewart. Matt hasn't come alone. He has brought a sinister ally, Detective Annie Stewart, Catherine Kresge, a dirty cop from Los Angeles who, ironically, is supposed to be on his case. Spoilers reveal a chilling conversation in a public park, a shocking contrast of normalcy and malice. Matt, furious and calculating, orders Annie to carry out the deed. Matt: Noah has Sienna stashed in a suite at the GCAC. A decoy, of course, but it's a loose end. Annie: but she's never alone. Noah's practically glued to her. Matt, eyes narrowed with dangerous intensity: I don't give a damn if it's difficult. I need you to take care of Sienna. It has to look like an accident, a tragic relapse, anything. Just eliminate the problem. The command is clear. Sienna is the target. Matt is actively risking his already tenuous freedom by ordering a murder in the heart of Genoa City. This move escalates his crime spree from kidnapping and extortion to a capital offense, showcasing the depth of his psychotic obsession with revenge. 3. The domino effect. A case of mistaken identity? The beauty of a classic soap opera crisis lies in the unintended consequences. Matt and Annie's plan is terrifyingly direct, but their victim may not be the one they intended. Lily's peril. As Annie begins to stake out the Grand Phoenix, looking for the young woman with the distinctive Los Angeles style, a cruel twist of fate emerges. Lily Winter's Crystal Khalil, who has been spending more time at the GCAC due to her professional proximity to the launch party for Abbott Communications, becomes a potential casualty. Lily, with her own recent focus on career and a complicated personal life, bears a similar look and presence to Sienna. With actress Crystal Khalil's impending maternity leave, this attack provides a dramatic and heart-wrenching exit for Lily. Will Annie mistake Lily for Sienna in the chaos, delivering a terrible blow to the Winters and Ashby families? The potential for a mistaken identity attack, placing Lily in the crosshairs of Matt's hitman, is a gut punch that Genoa City will feel for weeks. Nick's heroic intervention. The spoilers suggest that Nick, always the hero, may be the one to save Sienna's life. If Matt's plan involves a classic cheater trap, trapping Sienna in a perilous situation as payback for her infidelity, it would be Nick, not Noah, still recovering from the canyon crash, who steps up. This echoes his original rivalry with Matt over Sharon and puts him directly in the path of the dangerous villain once again. Will Nick's instinct for protection lead him straight into a deadly confrontation with Matt? 4. The bond forged in terror, Sharon and Sienna. The one unpredictable element in Matt's plan is the growing, albeit tense, connection between his two most significant victims, Sharon and Sienna. They are linked by the shared trauma of being manipulated, abused, and endangered by the same man. An unlikely alliance. While Sharon has been suspicious, Sienna's terror and her loyalty to Noah are slowly chipping away at the foundation of distrust. They possess a unique knowledge of Matt, his patterns, his arrogance, and his specific psychological weaknesses. Sienna knows Mitch Bacall, the charming, deceptive club owner. Sharon knows Matt Clark, the original, unhinged stalker. It is only a matter of time before these two women realize their combined knowledge is the only thing that can truly outwit their tormentor. Their shared ordeal is the dark link that may be their salvation, forcing a reluctant, powerful alliance. Matt's endgame, the inevitable fall. By ordering a murder, Matt has crossed the Rubicon. He has moved from a complex fugitive game to a desperate, criminal final act. His actions are no longer about staying hidden. They're about inflicting maximum pain before his inevitable downfall. His choice to execute his revenge in Genoa City, a town crawling with the police, Victor's security forces, and the brilliant minds of the Newman and Abbott clans, is the clearest evidence of his arrogance and self-destructive mania. He wants to be seen, to have his vengeance witnessed. The next few days will be a whirlwind. The attack. Annie will move on Sienna, likely at the GCAC, putting Lily Winters at extreme risk. The confrontation. Nick's intervention is imminent, setting the stage for a physical, possibly fatal showdown with Matt. The revelation. Matt's presence will send the Newmans into crisis mode, with Victor leading the charge to wipe Matt out for good, this time ensuring no escape. Today's shocking news. The undead echelon of Genoa City. The chandeliers of the Genoa City Athletic Club are rattling this morning, not from an earthquake, but from the collective gasp echoing through the gilded halls of the city's elite. The phrase, a bitter truth whispered in hushed tones for decades, is no longer a dark secret. It's today's shocking news. The most terrifying, manipulative, and seemingly dead villains in Genoa City's history are not just back. They are an unholy, organized, and terrifying alliance known only by the cryptic title they've chosen for themselves, the Echelon. For years, the great families, the Newmans, the Abbotts, and the Winters, have believed they have overcome their greatest challenges. They celebrated the final defeat of monstrous figures, watched them disappear into prison cells, or, in some cases, saw them buried 6 feet under. But in Genoa City, the ground is apparently too thin, and the will of a true villain is a terrifying, self-regenerating force. The unveiling. 3 ghosts reclaim the city. The true terror lies in who has returned. This isn't a single, haphazard comeback. It's a meticulously planned, hostile takeover executed by 3 figures who have haunted the dreams of our beloved heroes for generations. Their collective reappearance this week has thrown the corporate, personal, and criminal landscape of Genoa City into utter chaos. 1. Ian Ward, the cult leader who refuses to fade. The man who once terrorized Genoa City as a cult leader and later an obsessive tormentor of Mariah and the Newmans, Ian Ward, Ray Wise, was supposedly shot and killed during a climactic showdown earlier this year. Supposedly. The shocking revelation came during the launch party for Abbott Communications at the Jazz Lounge, already a scene of escalating tension between the Newmans and the Abbotts over the stolen AI program. As Billy and Sally prepared to give their celebratory toast, the lights flickered, and a pre-recorded message hijacked the massive screens. On screen, Ian Ward, looking younger, sharper, and utterly ruthless, smiled. "Did you really think a little bullet could stop a prophet?" he sneered. "My death was simply a necessary step, the ultimate escape. The new beginning requires a clean slate, and I am here to personally erase all of your mistakes, Victor." The shocking twist. Ian's return is not for corporate revenge alone. He has a new target, Mariah Copeland and Tessa Porter. The message revealed he has been watching their every move, claiming their daughter is the key to his next great movement. He now possesses a terrifying, almost psychic influence over certain, heretofore stable, Genoa City residents, subtly manipulating them from the shadows using a highly sophisticated mind control application derived from Kane Ashby's stolen AI program. His goal? To build a new corporate religious empire on the ruins of the Newman and Abbott legacies. 2. Matt Clark, the shadow of the past reborn. The confrontation between Victor Newman and the monstrous Matt Clark, Roger Howarth, in Los Angeles was meant to be the end of the line for the predator who stalked Sharon Newman and then entrapped Noah. Yet, Clark has done what Victor's enemies rarely manage. He escaped. His return was signaled by a chilling gift. A single, black rose left on the doorstep of the Newman Ranch, an almost forgotten symbol of the terror he inflicted on Sharon decades ago. The next shockwave hit when Nick and Sharon's plane, meant to bring Noah and Sienna safely back to Genoa City, was forced into a terrifying emergency landing, an act of sabotage traced back to Clark. The shocking twist: Matt Clark is no longer just a creepy stalker. He is the operational mastermind of the Echelon. He has been revealed to be an international operative with a vast network, utilizing his criminal expertise to manage the logistics of the Echelon's hostile takeovers. Furthermore, it is revealed that Sienna Bacall, Noah's recent travel companion, is not an innocent victim. She is Clark's devoted protégée, placed to spy on the Newman family. She is now missing, and the police suspect her disappearance is faked, part of Clark's larger plan to use her to frame Nick Newman for a new, devastating crime. This forces a desperate Sharon Newman to face her darkest history and her immediate future alone. 3. Jordan, the architect of chaos, still breathing. The ruthless fixer Jordan, Colleen Zank, was supposedly defeated. She took poison to escape justice, a dramatic, final act of defiance. The Newmans breathed a collective sigh of relief, believing the architect of their recent woes was finally gone. They were tragically mistaken. Jordan's return was the most brutal. She appeared live via a holographic projection that interrupted the Newman Media Board meeting. Her image was projected directly onto Victor Newman's CEO chair, momentarily displacing the mighty patriarch. "Did you think I was finished, Nikki?" the projection hissed. "I merely shed a skin. The antidote was always within reach. The grand design is still on track." The shocking twist: Jordan is revealed to be the financial and strategic brain behind the Echelon. She not only coordinated Ian Ward's death and Matt Clark's escape, but she also holds the key to the ultimate destruction of the Newman Empire. Her venomous focus is on Nikki Newman, whom she views as the soft underbelly of the Newman dynasty. Jordan's masterstroke, the AI program that Victor stole from Kane Ashby and used against the Abbotts? Jordan let him take it. It was a Trojan horse. The program is now compromised, poised to crash every system it touches, including every account and file at Newman Enterprises, leaving Victor's empire utterly vulnerable. Genoa City's response: alliances and betrayals. The sheer scale of the Echelon's threat has fractured old alliances and forced uncomfortable new partnerships. The Newman dilemma. Victor Newman is in a rage, the kind of towering fury that has leveled cities before. He has ordered Adam Newman to drop all other plans and use all of his new company's resources to track the Echelon. However, Adam is distracted. His new role as the mayor of Genoa City gives him unprecedented power, but it also paints a bigger target on his back, and he's being blackmailed by an agent of the Echelon who claims to have information about his supposedly deceased ex-wife, Sky, and hidden child. Nikki Newman finds herself partnering with an unlikely ally, Phyllis Summers. With both their families under attack by Jordan and Ian, respectively, the two rivals are forced to use their combined history of manipulation and deception to fight fire with fire. The Abbott counterstrike. Jack Abbott's preemptive move to shut down Jabot to protect it from Victor's AI attack may have saved the company, but it has not saved his family. Ian Ward's new mind control tech is subtly influencing Kyle Abbott, turning him against his father and Diane, making him susceptible to the manipulative charms of Summer Newman, who is being strategically deployed by one of the Echelon's lower-level operatives to destabilize the Abbott line of succession. Kane Ashby, the original creator of the stolen AI software, is now a man consumed by personal and corporate war. He has declared all-out war on Phyllis for her betrayal. But the reappearance of his true enemy, the ones using his life's work for world domination, forces a hard reset. He and Lily Winters are brought closer as they realize the Echelon is trying to exploit their past relationship and their current business ventures to spread the infected AI. The deeper threat, why now? The question everyone is asking is, why did the Echelon choose now to reveal themselves? The most unsettling theory, whispered by a frantic Michael Baldwin to a stunned Lauren Fenmore, is that the villains are not simply seeking revenge or wealth. They are pursuing a unified, final objective, a hidden MacGuffin that only the three of them, working together, can retrieve. Michael's research into the historical archives of Genoa City suggests a connection to the founding family's deepest, most protected secret, a lost Newman Abbott Fenmore trust, established a century ago to safeguard an obscure, immensely powerful technological blueprint. If the Echelon gains possession of this blueprint, it could give them the power to control not just the local economy, but the entire infrastructure of the modern world. The aftermath, a city in terror. The news has not just shocked Genoa City, it has crippled it. Corporate lockdown. Newman Enterprises and Jabot Cosmetics are running on skeleton crews, with security details on every floor. The market is in freefall, fearing the collapse of the city's two biggest powers. The Jazz Lounge tragedy. The Abbott Communications launch party ended in a riot with subtle but devastating sabotages linked to Matt Clark's network. Billy and Sally's celebratory night has been transformed into a desperate scramble to salvage their new venture. A public plea. Mayor Adam Newman, in his first major act, addressed the city, vowing to find the Echelon, even as the walls close in around him. His struggle, visible to all, is a microcosm of the city's own fear. The most chilling realization remains. The villains never die adage in Genoa City is not a tired soap opera cliché. It is a horrifying law of nature. These people are the toxic, yet essential, counterbalance to the city's heroes. They are the boogeymen of the past, now united and exponentially more dangerous. The next few weeks will determine if Genoa City can finally break this cycle, or if the reign of the Echelon will herald the darkest age in the city's history. The Young and the Restless spoilers. 4 couples who need more drama. The Young and the Restless spoilers reveal 4 couples who need their happy bubbles burst and some drama introduced to make this more interesting. Let's see just what kind of drama may be in store for these 2 happy little drama-free bubbles. Adam Newman and Chelsea Lawson. Adam Newman, Mark Grossman, and Chelsea Lawson, Melissa Claire Egan, have been a snooze fest since they stopped sneaking around behind Billy Abbott, Jason Thompson, and Sally Spectra's Courtney Hopeback. Chelsea and Adam get very little screen time, and Chelsea's decision to look the other way when it comes to Victor certainly is not helping them. Adam and Chelsea need to liven things up, because this happiness cannot last forever. Jack Abbott and Diane Jenkins. Jack Abbott, Peter Bergman, and Diane Jenkins Abbott, Susan Walters, were much more interesting when Phyllis Summers, Michelle Stafford, was messing with them before they got married. At least having to fight Phyllis didn't make things boring. Jack and Diane are way too comfortable and need some drama added here. When things liven up now that Jabot is under attack, will Jack and Diane disagree about how things were handled? Victor Newman, Eric Braeden, could always cause some drama while flirting with Diane. Could Victor manage to break up Jack and Diane, leaving them to fight to get even with Jack? Will Jack decide to play Nikki against Victor as well? This could go several ways, but it would certainly be interesting to see how Victor would break them up. Victor and Nikki. Normally, these two are in their own little happy bubble, with no outside female interests of his own. However, Victor Newman, Eric Braeden, does not believe the same about Nikki Newman, Melody Thomas Scott, and Jack. Victor still accuses Jack of almost killing her. Nikki denies this, and is now ready to spy on Victor to get the answers she needs. Will Jack still be a thorn in Victor's side? Will there ever be a truce between these two men? Matt Clark, Roger Howarth, is on this way to Genoa City, and spoilers say this may cause some issues, especially if Matt comes after Nikki to assault her. Who would Nikki want to lean on after all of this happens? Could Nikki become a thorn in Diane's side, but truly need a break from Victor until C figures all of this out? Abby and Devon. Abby Newman Winter, Melissa Ordway, and Devon Winters, Brighton James, have been blissfully happy since they were caught cheating on their partners months ago. Their marriage has been just as wonderful. However, things are about to be shaken up a bit as some danger is thrown their way. Will Devon and Abby be able to get past these issues? All four of these couples need a little action, and it seems some are ready for the drama train. Keep watching to see if these relationships survive. Today's shocking news: the Young and the Restless spoilers. Four couples who desperately need more drama. Genoa City is a hotbed of corporate intrigue, shocking returns, and eternal family feuds. But for the True Blue, the Young, and the Restless YNR fan, the heart of the drama, the lifeblood of daytime television, is the romance. We need passion, betrayal, epic love triangles, and secrets that could shatter the Newman and Abbott dynasties to their very foundations. Lately, though, while the business wars rage on Victor versus Jack yet again, several key couples have settled into what can only be described as a blissful, boring bubble. In the soap opera world, stability is the kiss of death. It's time for the writers to grab the script, shake it up, and inject some high-stakes chaos into these pairings before we all drift off into a happy but tedious slumber. Here are the four major couples in Genoa City who are criminally underdramatized right now, and the shocking storylines they need to become must-watch TV again. 1. Adam Newman and Chelsea Lawson. The return of the dangerous power couple. The current state: lukewarm, low airtime co-parents. Let's be honest, Adam Newman, Mark Grossman, and Chelsea Lawson, Melissa Claire Egan, or Chatham, as they are affectionately or often exasperatedly known, have all the ingredients for explosive drama, but the flame has been reduced to a mere flicker. They are currently in a solid, mature, co-parenting relationship that is so drama-free, it's baffling. Chelsea is focused on her career and mental wellness, and Adam, while still a Newman, has been relatively benign. This is not the Chatham we know. Their past is a literal checklist of soap opera gold. Fake deaths, kidnapping, a psychosomatic breakdown, crimes, and a passionate, yet volatile, connection that always brings them back to one another. Right now, they're so calm they barely register on the emotional radar, and that is a tragedy for two characters with such depth. The shocking drama they need, the ultimate betrayal, and a shared secret. The only way to reignite this inferno is to force them back into the dark side, but with their current maturity on the line. The power play. Adam's loyalty to Victor is perpetually tested, and a new business war is brewing. The ultimate twist? Chelsea must secretly use her business acumen, and possibly her therapist's couch confessions, to help Victor or Jack undermine Adam's latest venture. This is not a casual betrayal. It's one born from a misguided belief that protecting Adam from himself means destroying his ambition. When Adam discovers the lengths she's gone to, the devastation would be monumental. A haunting connection. Introduce a shocking new character from Chelsea's past, perhaps a former flame or a con artist partner from her younger, more criminal days, who threatens to expose a deep, dangerous secret. This secret could tie back to their son, Connor, or even to a crime they both thought they got away with years ago. This shared, high-stakes danger would force the old, us against the world dynamic to return, but the pressure could just as easily tear them apart, leaving one of them to make the ultimate, unforgivable sacrifice for the other. 2. Jack Abbott and Diane Jenkins Abbott. The honeymoon is over. The current state: too happy, too united, too safe. Jack Abbott, Peter Bergman, and Diane Jenkins Abbott, Susan Walters, or Jalen, finally made it to the altar after years of longing, fake deaths, and enemy attacks. They are currently the ultimate Team Abbott, united against all foes, particularly the Newmans and anyone who dares question Diane's reformed nature. They are happy, domestic, and frankly boring. A couple this controversial, with a past so dark and a present so intensely scrutinized by characters like Nikki, Phyllis, and Ashley, should be walking on eggshells, not strolling through the park hand in hand. Their unwavering solidarity, while sweet, is antithetical to the high-drama life of Genoa's city royalty. The shocking drama they need, a hidden addiction and a secret enemy. Their drama needs to come from within, shattering the illusion of their perfect unity. The hidden struggle. Diane is constantly fighting her past impulses. But what if she develops a new, secret struggle? A hidden addiction to gambling or prescription pills, a consequence of the extreme stress of being an Abbott target, would be a brilliant, character-driven story. She'd be sneaking out, lying about money, and covering her tracks. Jack's unwavering belief in her would be tested as he's forced to confront the harsh reality. The woman he loves is a danger to herself and potentially to the family company. This would be a realistic, heartbreaking crack in their armor. The outsider threat. Their united front needs to be broken by a new, seductive figure who exploits their vulnerabilities. What if a powerful new executive at Jabot, a stunning newcomer with a murky past, attempts to seduce Jack for corporate espionage reasons, but genuinely develops feelings for him? The temptation of a safe woman, juxtaposed with the chaos of his marriage, would create a classic love triangle dynamic. Diane, sensing the threat, could revert to her old, scheming ways to protect her husband and her place, proving all her doubters right and causing a massive rift with Jack. 3. Victor Newman and Nikki Newman, a fisher in the Great Wall Castle. The current state, solid but over-preoccupied with other people's lives. Victor Newman, Eric Braeden, and Nikki Newman, Melody Thomas Scott, are the ultimate power couple in Genoa City. Their relationship is a bedrock of passion, betrayal, and reconciliation, a cycle fans love. However, lately, Nictor drama is almost entirely vicarious. They are always reacting to Victor's vendettas against Jack, or trying to fix Adam, Nick, and Victoria's problems, or dealing with outside threats like Matt Clark. Their actual marital conflict, the core of their appeal, has been sidelined for the sake of the greater Newman family narrative. Nikki is often seen simply frowning at Victor's actions and then begrudgingly accepting them. We need a real, deep, and personal crisis that only affects the shocking drama they need, a medical emergency, and a dangerous old flame. The only thing that truly threatens the powerful is their own mortality and the sins of their distant past. The life-altering crisis, a sudden, serious medical crisis for Victor, more than just a fall or a routine scare, would change everything. Imagine Victor, stripped of his power, vulnerable and dependent, perhaps with a period of cognitive impairment. Nikki, forced to step up and make monumental business decisions to protect his legacy, could find herself at a crossroads. Does she make the ruthless, Victor-like move to crush the Abbotts, or does she follow her conscience, leading to a massive boardroom and bedroom feud when Victor inevitably recovers and discovers her actions? A ghost from the past. Their history is long and storied. Introduce a dangerous old flame of Nikki's, a secret she thought she buried from her early days, who has come back for revenge, or worse, for money. This person could use her past as a dancer, or her addiction struggles against her, forcing her to make an impossible choice: betray Victor's trust to save her reputation, or trust him with a secret that could permanently alter their family standing and open them up to massive public scrutiny. The drama would be in the internal struggle of the most powerful woman in Genoa City. 4. Devon Hamilton and Abby Newman, the curse of domestic tranquility. The current state, happy, loving, and dangerously quiet. Devon Hamilton, Bryton James, and Abby Newman, Melissa Ordway, are a beautiful, blended family unit with little Dominic. They have gone through the co-parenting drama with Mariah and Tessa, and now they're just fine. They talk about their foundation, they have sweet dinners, and they offer advice to their more chaotic family members. Their tranquility, while nice for a real-life couple, is a narrative roadblock on a soap opera. They are wealthy, powerful, and have a unique connection to both the Newman and Abbott families, but the only sparks flying are from the fireplace. They desperately need a storyline that forces them to operate outside of their safe domestic sphere. The shocking drama they need, the baby's secret, and a broken trust. The deepest conflicts are always over children, money, and trust. A paternity bombshell. This is a classic, but given their history, it works perfectly. A forgotten fertility clinic mix-up, perhaps going back to the time of Dominic's conception, could introduce a massive question mark. What if DNA testing reveals Dominic is not Devon's biological son? This wouldn't mean a swap, but a mistake at the lab. The emotional devastation for Devon and the immediate threat to their marriage would be immense. Who is the real father? A character already on the canvas? This would be a crisis that is both personal and legal, forcing them to fight for their family's foundation in a shocking new way. The business blackmail, Abby's connection to the Newman money, and Devon's business empire, Hamilton Winters, makes them vulnerable. A shadowy figure could surface who knows an unforgivable secret about Abby's past business dealings, perhaps from a previously unseen venture, or even something from Tucker McCall's toxic legacy that now puts Hamilton Winters at risk. Abby, trying to protect Devon and her family's reputation, could attempt to handle the situation alone, making an illegal deal or a shady exchange, shattering Devon's trust in her and forcing him to choose between his company and his wife.